Welcome to Warriors Weekly, presented by Esurance. This week's show, we go behind the scenes for another edition of Movie Time with Roni as he previews the new thriller Green Zone starring Matt Damon. We catch up with C.J. Watson before a recent home game in our Warriors Profile segment. And now for a look at some of the recent action in last week's games, here's Warriors Rewind.
Monday night at Oracle and the defending NBA champs in town. Fourth and final meeting with the Lakers and the Warriors in an odd game that was incredibly competitive and entertaining. The Lakers would own the glass, out-rebounding the Warriors by 31 and go to the foul line 29 more times, but the Warriors in the game. Early on, back and forth, LA would burst out to a 39-point first quarter. Kobe Bryant doing his damage on the block, and Lamar Odom coming off the bench, 17 points, 12 rebounds, and LA looked like a team looking for their second consecutive title. The Warriors would rally behind Steph Curry, who would finish with 29 points and 9 assists and take advantage of the point guard spot defensively for LA. But the Warriors down 7 at the end of 1. In the second quarter, though, the turnovers. The Warriors would come up with steal after steal. They forced the most turnovers in the league. LA would give it away 24 times, while the Warriors took care of the ball, only 5 turnovers the whole game. They would limit the Lakers to 20 points, and Chris Hunter on the pick and roll repeatedly with Steph Curry, a career-best 36 minutes, a career-best 22 points. Anthony Tolliver would hit some threes. Corey Maggette would chip in with 18 points, a 9 of 15 shooting, and the Warriors right back in the ball game at halftime. In fact, the Warriors having an opportunity to steal one from LA. Third quarter, though, all Lakers. Kobe would finish with 29, repeatedly getting to the foul line, and LA would edge out to the large lead heading into the fourth. Down the stretch, LA, big shots inside from Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum with 19 points and 14 rebounds, and the Lakers would have an 11-point lead in the final minutes. But the Warriors on a closing burst, Ellis would come alive, hitting a three, scoring on a layup, coming up with a steal, and it came down to a final play, down 3 to tie the game. The Warriors inbound to Maggette. They find Stephen Curry, a wide-open three, rims out off the back iron. Monte with the offensive rebound, scrambles back to the three, puts it up for the tie, and it rims not once, not twice, but 3 times before rimming out. And the Lakers, 31 rebound advantage, 29 more free throws. They hold on barely, beating the Warriors 124-121 at Oracle. Possibly the craziest game at home of the year at Oracle as the Warriors taking on the Hornets for the 4th and final time. And early on, it would be the size of New Orleans once again paying dividends as David West would go for 36 points and 15 rebounds, scoring inside repeatedly alongside with Emeka Okafor. Warriors playing their first game without Steph Curry, out with the injured ankle, so Monte Ellis and C.J. Watson running the backcourt. Monte, 28 points, a career-high 13 assists, getting a little help from Corey Maggette in the beginning, and it's New Orleans up 34-30 at the end of 1. In the second quarter, the Hornets would get 3-point shooting from Morris Peterson. They would limit the Warriors to 1 and done from perimeter shots, and it was New Orleans edging out to a 13-point lead at halftime. With 5 minutes left in the third quarter, the Hornets up 21, and the Warriors left for dead. Not rebounding the ball, not stopping New Orleans inside, not covering out in the three, and it looked like the Hornets would have an easy time. But Devin George would be inserted into the game. His 3-point shooting would kick in. The Warriors' rebounding would follow. A 22-9 run, Monte Ellis in the middle of all of it, getting help from Anthony Tolliver with a career-high 30, and Chris Hunter with the defense and rebounds as he would have 17 points and 8 boards. The Warriors within 8 at the end of 3. In the fourth quarter, the Warriors go crazy. Reggie Williams, 4 for 4 on threes. The Warriors 9 of 13 from distance. Monte, many of his 28 points down the stretch. Reggie Williams would go for 22-18 in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors would come from 21 down to win going away by 10. In the final 17 minutes of the ball game, they outscore the Hornets 65-35. Biggest comeback of the year. They beat New Orleans 131-121.